Okay, good to see everyone here. And the main purpose I done this is because I guess everyone's feeling a bit stressed at the moment. And I thought it'd be good to deliver some exercises because it's always good to get the body moving. And people that don't know me, I'm an expert in energy. I'm an intuitive transformational coach and a psychologist. And I combine psychology with energy work to quickly get people over places where they're stuck. I specifically work with how the mind really works. And I also work with spirit and oneness. So today I'm in my teacher's house. My teachers, Cynthia and Peter Brampton. That's why all these beautiful things are behind me, because I'm living in the community at the moment, because we're on lockdown here in Portugal. And this is where I was when not the lockdown, self-isolation started, the state of emergency. So this is where I'm staying. So, okay. So I'm following a system by Donna Eden, who has been one of my teachers in the past, one of my energy teachers, and it's just really good. I've chosen a few exercises that she speaks about how to release built up stress, because it is a very stressful time at the moment and we're living in situations that we're not used to living in. So without further ado, I'll get on. So the first exercise is called the 3 thumps. And what we're doing is we're touching the kidney points, the thalamus points, and then the spleen points. And the reason for these points is because they boost the immune system, they calm down the system, and they make sure the whole body is operating in a really good way. So they're about getting all the energies and all the systems on the body online and humming. I'm going to go through these fairly quickly, but if you have any questions, then please let me know. So someone's already put something in the chat box. Hi, Renetta. So it's really important. If you have any questions, let me know. Virtually raise your hand or put your screen on and talk to me. I am recording this, and I probably will put it out there. So, okay, let's get going. So the first point is the kidney points. Now, if you feel the bump in your clavicle, so where your clavicle ends, there's a little bump. And if you go down about an inch from there and a little bit out, you'll feel that there's 2 points that most people have a slight indentation, which is the size of your finger. They're your kidney, 27 points. Now, if we cross our hands, and if you use a few fingers, then you're definitely going to hit the point. So don't worry about it too much. And what you do is, if you just work along with me, and I know you've got your camera on, so I can't see. So just work along with me and give about 30 taps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And then you want to move on to your thalamus point. Now that's in the middle of your sternum, which is your chest bone, which is here. So the middle is about here, and you just tap that about 20 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And for you, you don't have to count. It's good to just keep your breathing normal. So just breathe in your nose and out your mouth, or even just breathe normally and don't even think about your breathing. And then we want to come down to our spleen points. Now your spleen points are in line with your chest and with your nipples, and they're just below your chest. So again, tap them, and I like to cross my hands, but just for the demonstration, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, and see I'm using all my fingertips, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 and 15 and 16 and 17, 18 and 19 and 20. So they're your 3 thumps, and that's really good for you to do that. It's an instant boost in your immune system. I can feel that more energy is moving around my body, so I hope everyone else is as well. So if you've got any questions, now's the time to ask. Okay, and you can ask at the end as well. So the next exercise we're going to go on is called the crown pull. And the crown pore is really good for relieving stress, relieving headaches, relieving built up tension. Like a lot of people go, oh my God, when they're feeling stressed, and they automatically put their hands on their forehead. So we're going to deal with the energy in the head and in your psychic center and around your head as well. So you put your thumbs on your temples, and you put your fingers in the middle of your eyebrows, and you put them together, and then you just press in slightly and pull apart. You know, press in as much as you can where it's not painful. And then you just go up to where you left off, and you do the same thing again. And you basically, you just make sure you just keep going all the way. Yes, it messes up your hair. And just keep going all the way and pulling the energy around. Okay, and then in the back of your head finally, and then around as much as you can. And then I like to just shake my hands off. And because I'm doing a webinar, I'm just going to make sure my hair doesn't look too scruffy. So the idea of that is like I said, to open up your mind, get you out of that negative thinking, and open up your mind and bring in more intuition and more wisdom. Okay, the spinal suspension, that's going to require me to move my desk, and it's going to require me to stand up. Now, this exercise is basically to give your whole body a good stretch. And what it also does, like most of the exercises here, it makes the energies on your left hemisphere and your right hemisphere communicate with each other, and also your energies to move across the body. Now, this is very important because especially if we don't move very much, or we're in pain, or we're too involved in our thinking, it's really good to clear the cobwebs and get your both areas of your brain communicating as well as your body. It's really good for your energies to cross your body and go up and down rather than just go up and down or just stay in your head. So I'm just going to move my desk. So with the spinal suspension, you want to be sitting up straight, stand up straight, but you want to put your legs further apart than your hips. And you basically want to, your hands on your thighs and bend down so your legs are in this position. So your knees are in line with your ankles. There's my notes. Your knees are in line with your ankles, and it's like you're sitting on an invisible chair. I'm not sitting on the chair behind me. And then what you do is your hands firmly on your knee. You take a breath in the nose and out through the mouth and turn. Can you see that? And then you go in, back to center, out, turn. And you do this a few times. So in, center, turn. So I'm not going upwards. I'm just turning to the center. So my head's forward, my bum's back, and then I'm turning. So the shoulder's going down to the opposite knee. And then I'm coming back to center. And I'm not going up and down, I'm staying in the same plane. And then I'm breathing in and out. So you basically want to do this in and out. At least 3 times both sides. In and out. So without talking, I'll just show you what it looks like. And you do that 3 times. Okay, now the next exercise I'm going to show you is called sedating the stress response. Now this exercise, what you're doing is you're actually sedating what's called the triple warmer, which is a meridian that Donna's named the triple warmer, but a lot of people do use it. And what we're doing is we're just tracing that to calm down. Now, when I was just a massage therapist, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to use the word just, I mean, when I used to only do massage therapy, clinical massage therapy, I often use this with my clients to help them just come into my clinic and rest and not be so up in their mind again or frantic about what's happening. So again, you start at the temples And you do this with a breath in. So it's good to use the other hand. So use my left hand, my right temple, and I do this all the time. I'm breathing in. But to explain, I go up around my ears, I go down my shoulder, I come down, it's called the back of my arm, and I go off my forefinger. This is my forefinger. I'll show you again. So you start your temples, you go around your ears, you come down to your shoulder, around the shoulder, down the back of your arm, to the forefinger, and then you just flick and you flick the energy away. And you do it at least 3 times, both sides. And then you just flick the energy away. So my right hand on my left temple, and I'm going to do this without speaking, so I can concentrate on what I'm doing, and you can see the speed at which it's meant to be done. So and you could go even slower than that. So the idea is you're literally pulling out the stress and tension from your body. It's a very good exercise to release, and it really does calm you down. So okay guys, let's have a bit of a feedback. I've got 2 more exercises to show you, but does anyone have any questions, or do you want to know anything about something that we've done already? Okay, it'd be great to have some interaction, but I guess it's not happening at the moment. Okay, I'll move on then. So the next exercise I'm going to show you is the cross crawl. Now, what a lot of people don't know about me is I'm dyslexic, and that often means that my right hemisphere is very dominant when I'm relaxed. So I'm creative, I'm imaginative, I'm very intuitive, and that's the main hemisphere and my strongest hemisphere when I'm relaxed. But when I have to write something or prepare something, I very much go into my left brain, and I have to really concentrate to use it, because part of dyslexia is that the energies don't cross easily in your hemispheres. So the cross crawl is a really good way to make those energies cross. And the advantage is for everyone, especially someone who's dyslexic, is it gets your logical brain and your imaginative brain and your written brain, you're communicating with your verbal brain, your mathematic brain. It brings the 2 together and helps them work really well. And everybody needs that. So again, the cross crawl is quite a vigorous exercise, and that's why it's the second from last exercise. And again, I'm going to need to move my table away to show you. So you're standing up straight, and you're lifting your left arm, and then your right leg. So you do that, and then you change. So it's the opposite arm and leg, and it's basically like a march. And again, it's in and out with your breath. And as you carry on doing it, you get more and more vigorous with it. So you coordinate the movements, your arm and legs at both time, and you just get more and more vigorous with it. And as you can see, the body naturally twists, and it's really getting the energy up and down. Hi, Rui. You're late.
Hi there.
So we're just doing an exercise called the cross crawl at the moment. And again, you want to be doing this exercise for approximately a minute. So you just carry on doing it, and you get more and more active with it, and faster. So, okay, what's the name of this technique? It's these techniques have different names, but the person that invented them, the person that brought them to my attention, was Donna Eden. So I'll write her name in here for you. And that cross crawl technique, that's been used by other people in something called brain gym. But these energy techniques are purely working with the energy of your body. So how's everyone doing? Any questions?
Tired after that one.
Pardon?
Very tired after that one.
Yeah, but that's good, because that's getting you stimulated. That's what we need to do. It's really important, especially now when you can only go out an hour a day to exercise outside, that you get your heart beating while you're inside. Because if your heart's beating, then your blood circulation's working, your muscles are getting toned up. And if you're in chronic pain, it's very important to get everything moving, and it's very important to take your mind off thinking about the pain and actually doing something positive for the body. So on the occasion, or if you was teaching someone else and they physically can't stand up, if they physically can't stand up, then you'd get them in a chair, and what they would do is they would just march like this. And if they got more used to their arms, and they'd swing their arms a lot, and then just lift their legs a little. They need to do the exercise in a way that's possible for them. So it's really good to get moving. Okay, thanks, Joanna. I'm glad you're loving the techniques. Yeah, Donna Eden's a real inspiration for me as well. So before we go on to the last exercise, I'm just going to quickly review all the exercises. So the first one we did is the 3 thumps, which is to increase your vitality, keep your immune system strong. And like I said, don't worry about getting the actual points. If you use several fingers, you're bound to hit it. So you go to the bumps on your clavicle, you go down about 1 inch, and most people have a dent there. So I know exactly where it is because I can feel the dent. But if you used 4 fingers and you just tap in, tap 30 times, and just get that stimulated, that's your kidney. Your kidney is a very important meridian because it has, from my understanding, and other people might know more, but it really kind of gets all your other meridians buzzing and working as well. So it's a very good way to stimulate all your energy systems. And then after you've tapped that 30 times, you move on to your thalamus gland. So halfway down your chest bone, again, using 4 fingers, just tap that 20 times. And the thalamus gland, it's all important for stimulating the immune system and making it stronger. And it's good to tap the thymus gland if your immune system is challenged or sluggish, i.e. you've got a cold or the flu or anything else. And then the spleen, you go to the chest, the nipples, you go off them, and then the next rib, again, use 4 fingers and just tap that. And it's good if you can cross as well, and just tap that 20 times, and that gets all that stimulated. Then the crown pull, thumb on the temples here, and just push in and pull across, push in and pull across, and do the whole of the head. You can do each one 3 times before you move your fingers to another part of the head. Then the spinal suspension was you create a bridge with your body, and you just dip down. So breathe in, breathe out. So you're only moving your hips and your back. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, guys. And then we done the cross crawl. So, which was opposite arm and leg. Okay. So this exercise I'm going to show you now is called sipping up. Now, this is probably the easiest exercise I've shown you, but in some ways it's the most important because we're going to be working with the central meridian. Now, when you work with the central meridian, again, you're working with all the meridians. So before anyone does meridian work, they normally, and this is the system that I learned, is we would trace the central meridian before we'd done any other work with the meridians, at the beginning and at the end. And it gives you more confidence. It makes you positive. It embodies affirmations if you want to use it in that way. And also it kind of gives you a boundary. It kind of puts you back in your own space and reminds you that you do have a personal energy field or personal space or your personal boundaries, whatever word you want to use for it. And you start your pubic bone. So your pubic bone is basically there. It's the space of your pelvis. So you start the pubic bone and you breathe in and you take a big deep breath in and you trace the meridian while you're doing it. So I'll show you what that looks like, and it ends at the bottom of your lip. So and as you see, I like to sort of flick off the energy and breathe out. And you do that 3 times. So and I just close my eyes. It's just my habit, but I'll try and keep them open now. So you bring them up nice and gently. You feel yourself zipping up your body and then pulling off. And to make that more effective, you can put one of your fingers in your navel and you just pull up. You touch your up lip and you just pull up. And then breathe out, relax, pull up. Breathe out, relax, pull up. Breathe out, relax. And again, it just gives you more of a sense of a personal boundary. So what I'm adding to this is also tracing your governing meridian, because that's at the back of you. So the governing meridian starts at your tailbone, which is just here, your coccyx, as we call it in English. And you want to trace up your tailbone, up your back as far as you can go, then reach over, and you can't connect your hands like I can't today. You connect them with your mind, and then you just carry on all the way up around your head, down right over your nose to your top lip. And if you're doing this, you want to get the tip of your tongue at the top of your mouth, behind your teeth, on both of them. So you're just connecting the energy line. So I'll show you again. So from the tailbone, I'm zipping up, going as far as I can. I'm connecting them with my mind. I'm bringing it around my head, over my nose, to my lip. And I'm going to do that once more with my tongue in the right place. So I'm connecting the meridians. Now again, of course, you don't have to stand up to do this. You can just do it sitting down. But the reason why I'm standing up was so I could show you the exercise. So they're all the exercises that I've got to show you today. I'll type in my email. If you'd like me to send you these exercises, I'll do my best to do that. And I say I'll do my best because the internet is sometimes up and down here. So it's all in lowercase. So there's my email address. If you'd like me to send you these exercises, then email me and I'll hopefully send them to you. And if you're not already on my email list and you'd like to be, again, put that down there and I'll put you on my email list. Or you can reach me at www.realenergyforall.com. Now, because of what's going on, if I've never given you a free consultation before, then please reach out to me and The consultations normally work like you ask me questions about my work and I tell you the answers and we decide whether we want to work together. So this consultation is a bit different. What I'm offering you is, if you need to talk because of what's going on at the moment, you know, WhatsApp me or email me, and I'm happy to have a 20-minute conversation with you, because I understand a lot's happening at the moment and a lot's going on, and I really want to help people in this time because it's really needed. So email me if you want to get these exercises. I will hopefully be able to send them to you. If you want to have a chat, email me and let me know, and we can do that. Yeah, please send me an email because this chat gets lost. So that, okay, I can copy. So if you want to do that, if you want to just quickly give me your email now, then I'll take it from you and I'll put it in a document straight away. So I've got it. So I'm just open up a new folder. Okay, does anyone have any questions? I'm very happy to answer questions. And, thank you, Joanna and Renetta. If you're not on my emailing list and you'd like to be, then please let me know as well. So, great. I hope that you're all well, and if you need anything, then get in touch. I really want to be here for people. Yeah, because I can really help you see things in a different light and find some calmness and stillness inside of yourself. So one of the main things that I teach people is how to ground. And I teach grounding in quite a unique way. There's 4 processes to the grounding that I teach. It's very quick. There's 4 parts of it. The first part is getting into your body and being aware of the whole of your body. The second part is actually connecting to the ground and knowing what that feels like and feeling the energy exchange of that. And the third part is paying attention to the body as a whole, and the shift in consciousness from when we go from thinking, scattered thinking to one-pointed thinking, focused thinking, to focused thinking. But when it's on the whole of your body, your energy really changes when you have the ability to bring in your attention to the whole of your body at once rather than parts of it. So that's the third part of the ground exercise. And the fourth is just opening up your intuition, universal mind, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And that exercise is totally free when you leave your details on my website, realenergyforall.com. I put it in the chat box. So really recommend that exercise. And the way that I work, I basically work with, 3 main areas. So of course I work with your energy and your intuition and teaching you how to work with energy and teaching you how to be aware of your energy and aware of what you're doing with it, because it has an effect on everything, and it's the greatest way to clear things that you don't need from the past and everything else. I also work with the unconscious mind, because the unconscious mind stores everything that you've ever done in your life, and when we act unconsciously, that means we're playing out an old pattern, a conditioned pattern, or a learned pattern. But a lot of unconscious behavior doesn't serve us because we formed it in our past, if not when we was really young, definitely, before. And now is about learning how to be in a different way in yourself and in the world, and in a different way of communicating, reacting with people. So the other part of the work I do is I do work with your thinking, your belief system, your psychology, because that's self-evident why I work with that, because if you don't change your beliefs, then your beliefs are actually going to stop you moving forward in the direction that you want. So the unique thing about the way I work is that I work with your energy, I work with your unconscious mind, which is similar and different to working with your energy, but energy is the quickest way to change unconscious patterns. And I work with your belief systems and your thoughts. And of course, I work in the present moment now, and how you actually create what you want in your life now, how you move forward, being more of your true self. So that's the fourth part of my work. How do you really be your how do you really be your true self? And how do you move forward being your true self? And that's by sorting out all the other three things that I talked about, your thoughts and your beliefs and your energy and your unconscious mind. So any questions, please email me, WhatsApp me. You got my website there. Take care of yourself, everyone. You know, my advice, for what it's worth, is listen to the government at the moment. Keep self-quarantined, because not only are you keeping yourself safe, you're keeping your family and your loved ones and your friends safe. And if you have other ideas and other opinions about that, then that's cool as well. I just want you to keep yourself safe and well. So that's a good affirmation to do when you're zipping up your central meridian is, I'm well, I'm safe, I'm happy. So have you got any questions, anyone? We've got a few minutes left. Thank you all for being here. And if anyone wants to ask a question while I'm not recording, if you just quickly type that in now, then I'll stop the recording and we do that question.
Do you have any exercises for like chronic tension, like holding chronic tension, headaches, and migraines?
Yeah, that, the crown paw is really good for that. And migraine it's in my opinion, in my energy readings and most people, migraine is about not having harmony and peace inside of yourself. It's being at odds with yourself and being at odds with the world, and not finding a place of harmony and not finding a place of connectedness inside of yourself. So that's really important. So relax with the grounding, use the crown paw to release the tension and be more grounded in yourself. So one of the questions was, I'd like to know who Donna Eden is. Donna Eden was one of the first people in the world that I become aware of, and to really start talking about energy and bring lots of different systems together. She brought, Taoism and Chinese medicine, Indian medicine, and, chakras and consciousness. And she just brought a lot of systems together. And she's just incredibly intuitive in herself. And she worked with thousands of clients. And she just saw what worked and what didn't work. I started working with Donna Eden, oh gosh, it was so long ago now. Wow, I don't even remember. At least 15 years ago. So this is her book, and all the exercises that I've shown you today are in this book. And even though I've changed them a little bit, and there's her signature. I met her, and that was a long time ago. I think that was back in, at a guess, 2008, 2010, when she was in London. And I worked with one of her main qualified students who was working in England. So I like Donna Eden. She's not the only thing I do. In fact, I just realised that I haven't used any of her exercises with my clients in years, because I use other systems and I use what I intuitively get at the time, and I teach people the exercises so they can use them themselves. So, but I really like her, and she's a really nice person as well. Any other questions? I'll just copy in Tan's email. So I really want everyone, excuse me, to be safe and to be happy. So take care of yourself. Thank you very much for being here. Lots of love, and yeah, thank you. All right, thank you. Bye. Thanks.